So we're going to start with some posture, balance and breathing. So I've got a chi ball, little round ball that I use, but you can use anything, a ball around that size if you have one. If not, just standing with hip distance apart legs. But I use this to actually get that correct alignment. So between the knees, and then you're lining up from the hip, middle of the knee, second and third toe. And this is your alignment for getting that correct posture. So we're going to start with breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And again, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. This is the Pilates breath we're using. And through this, we're going to work on our posture and finding our core. So if you'd like to close your eyes, that will take you into yourself, how you're feeling today, and we'll work on the posture that way. If you find it difficult with the eyes closed, or you feel like you're feeling a bit dizzy, then of course keep the eyes open. But if you can close the eyes, just close your eyes now with me. I won't have my eyes closed the whole time, and if you'd like to open yours, of course do so. But for a moment, just eyes closed and focusing on the heels, the balls of the feet and the toes. Now feeling those. See if you can feel the balance, the even balance on your feet. And then lift your toes up, spreading them out. So if you can keep your eyes closed, keep them closed. But spreading the toes out, and if you've been in shoes all day and locked up in shoes all day, it's a really nice feeling to stretch those toes out. And then drop them lightly back down on your mat and balance evenly on both feet. Now visualize moving up through your ankles, your shins, come to your knees and just soften your knees. So we don't want locked knees and we don't want completely bent knees, but somewhere in between. And then visualize those muscles that support the kneecaps. I'm going to lift the kneecaps towards the thigh muscles. And then drawing up through the thigh muscles, we're going to come to our center, to our core and our abdominal region. The base of this core is your pelvic floor muscles. So first of all, lift through the pelvic floor. Now we're not looking at squeezing the buttocks, we're just lifting gently those muscles, pelvic floor muscles, the base of your core. So we're going to lift around 30%, no more than that, and just begin to engage, start to feel that engagement of the lower abdominals. And then imagine you have a wide belt around the lumbar spine that's meeting between navel and pubic bone. Now this imaginary belt has 10 holes. It's a very simple way of actually drawing in, engaging your core muscles. So take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, draw your imaginary belt to the 10th hole, or 100%. This is very tight, holding as tightly as you possibly can. But feel those muscles that are engaged now. We're not squeezing the buttocks, we're just gently holding through pelvic floor, but we're holding very tight in this area. Imagine you're taking your navel back towards your spine. Holding for another breath in, and a breath out. So you're holding tight. Loosen that imaginary belt from the 10th hole to the 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th and 3rd hole. So now you're holding 30% abdominals, 30% pelvic floor, and this really is your minimum. This is a great minimum to think of. Whether you're sitting, walking, standing, whatever you're doing, is to just engage a little bit into the abdominal muscles. And this will help you to strengthen your core, support your lumbar spine. Then we're going to take another deep breath and fill up the lungs. Imagine you're filling up each space between the ribs. And we're going to broaden the rib cage as you breathe out. So we're taking more oxygen into the lung capacity. Then bring the shoulders right up under the ears as you breathe in. And then drop them down to the shoulder blades as you breathe out. It's a lovely feeling. And then lengthen your neck, crown of head to ceiling. So this whole feeling of lengthening through the body and focusing on your breath, we're going to focus a little bit on the balance. Just one more of these. Take a breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, draw your imaginary belt somewhere between 50 and 70%. If you can, still with your eyes closed, rising up onto your toes. Now this time we're focusing on our breath, on our balance and our concentration. Drop back down. These are 3 very important Pilates moves, is breath, balance and concentration. So we're breathing in, we're bringing it into that very much mind-body zone. Breathing out, coming up onto the toes again with your eyes closed if you can. And then drop back down, now open your eyes. Take a breath in and we're going to rise up and reach up towards the ceiling as you breathe out, focusing on your balance. Take a breath in, drop back down. Breath out and rising back up. Hold that balance. Breath in, come on down. Breath out and just hold.